So in last classes related to rolling motion, some important points, note points are completed. About 8 note points are completed. Next note point, ninth one. Here, there is a horizontal surface. There is a horizontal surface in which certain part is smooth and certain part is rough. Here, this is rough surface. Here it is rough and it is smooth. Here, one sphere, a sphere moving with a velocity v0 on a smooth surface suddenly enters a rough surface. Then, what about nature of motion of the body? Suppose here, one sphere, it is the sphere, solid sphere or hollow sphere, what it may be. Here, it is pushed with a velocity v0. It is pushed with a velocity v0. As it is on the smooth horizontal surface, whenever it is pushed with a velocity v0 in this direction, is there any possibility to rotate on the smooth surface? Is there any possibility for the sphere to rotate? Because we pushed the body, we pushed the sphere with a velocity v0 along horizontal direction. That's why the center of mass travel with a velocity v0 along horizontal direction. Each and every particle in the body is having velocity v0 along horizontal direction. It is not rotated, just it is here. This body is kept on the smooth horizontal surface and it is pushed with a velocity v0 along horizontal direction. So on the smooth surface, this body travel on the smooth horizontal surface in this direction. At the no doubt, here it is the point of contact. The weight passing through point of contact now. That's why no torque due to weight acts on them. About the center of mass of the sphere, no torque due to weight acts. No torque due to normal action acts. As there is no friction, no torque due to friction. That's why as no torque acts on the sphere about its center of mass, then about the center of mass, the sphere cannot rotate. That's why it continues its translated motion. It continues its translated motion from A to B on the smooth surface. But whenever it enter onto the rough surface, immediately about the center of mass, you see here, no doubt weight and normal action acts vertically through center of mass. That's why no torque due to weight and normal action due to center of mass. But whenever it enter onto the rough surface, the point of contact P reaches the point here, so that this point of contact try to slip on the rough surface. Immediately, the friction between this point of contact of the sphere and this rough surface prevents the slipping of the point of contact on this direction. That's why friction acts in this direction. So about the center of mass of the sphere, due to friction, as the torque acts, the sphere rotates like this. At the same time, here it travel with velocity v in forward direction, and at the same time rotation takes place. Due to that, it acquires some angular velocity also. Actually, whenever it is travel on the smooth horizontal surface, just it is having only velocity due to translated motion. That's why it is having translational kinetic energy only. But whenever it enter onto the rough surface, immediately it starts rotation. Pure rolling is there, say, on the rough surface. The friction is sufficient to prevent the slipping of the roller on the rough horizontal surface. That's why the point of contact does not slips. Then rotation starts. At the same time, the body traveling forward direction also. Here, whenever rotation starts, about the center of mass, the roller acquires the rotation kinetic energy. The roller acquires the rotation kinetic energy. From which source the rotational kinetic energy is acquired by the roller? The part of the translational kinetic energy only. Initial kinetic energy is half m v0 square. But the part of translational kinetic energy is transferred to the body, which is gained in the form of rotational kinetic energy. That's why the translational kinetic energy decreases, so that velocity decreases. The translational kinetic energy decreases, so that velocity decreases. Velocity decreases. Okay. So here velocity changes due to translated motion, and at the same time angular velocity increases. That's why whenever the body travel from smooth surface to rough surface, then rotation starts. On the rough surface, only translated motion is there. When it enters onto the rough surface, it acquires the rotational kinetic energy also. That's why it has both translatory as well as rotatory motion. So here, in this case, the body is having only translatory motion. Translatory. Okay, but when it enters onto the rough surface, it is having rolling motion. Rolling means rotatory plus translatory. rolling motion. Okay, rolling motion. Next, suppose in the next case, of course it is rough, it is smooth. Here one body is projected in forward direction with a velocity v naught and angular velocity omega naught. That means one body is rotated. Spin bowling. In case of spin bowling, already you have seen. In case of spin bowling, the ball rotates and at the same time the ball travel in forward direction also. Okay, that's why the ball is having rotating motion as well as translating motion. So initially the body is spin and it is projected with a velocity v naught and it is spinned about its center of mass of the sphere with the angular velocity omega naught. While it travel on the smooth horizontal surface, is there any change in the values of v naught and omega naught? Tell me. Is there any change in the values of v naught and omega naught? No, because whenever the roller by rotating when the sphere by rotating travel in forward direction, no doubt it is having translated motion as well as rotating motion. Okay, but here as there is no friction, there is no change in the angular velocity of the roller while it is travel on the smooth horizontal surface. Okay, similarly to oppose the motion of this one, there is no friction also. But here as the friction is there, opposite that friction acts opposite to the direction of its translated motion, no doubt velocity decreases. That loss of velocity or loss of kinetic energy is transferred to rotational kinetic energy. Okay, but here up to this on the smooth surface while the body travel, as there is no friction, no work is done against the friction, so that the velocity of the body due to translated motion does not changes, and no torque due to friction acts, so angular velocity remains constant up to the smooth surface. Whenever it enter onto the rough surface, then what about angular velocity? When it enter onto the rough surface, what about the velocity of the body and what about the angular velocity of the body? Tell me. No, here it cannot roll. Initial only we kept the rotating body on the smooth surface. By itself it cannot rotate because no friction is there, so no torque due to friction acts. It is already rotating. The rotating body is kept on the smooth horizontal surface. The rotating body is kept on the smooth horizontal surface. That's why it has rotated motion by itself, not due to torque due to friction it acquires. Okay, so when it enter onto the rough surface, what about the velocity v? Is it equal to v naught or less than v naught or greater than v naught? Here you see, whenever this this sphere enter onto the rough surface, the frictional force acts at the point of contact. The frictional force acts on the body. Whenever it is having translated motion, the point of contact try to slip in forward direction. Immediately frictional force acts in backward direction. Due to this friction, here friction is sufficient to prevent the slipping. So whenever the friction is sufficient to prevent the slipping, is it equal to limiting friction or kinetic friction? Limiting friction or kinetic friction or static friction? Is the point of contact slips? Friction is sufficient to prevent the slipping. Friction is sufficient to prevent the slipping. That's why this point of contact does not slips. The point of contact does not slips. Okay, that's why here it is the limiting friction or static friction. Suppose if the point of contact slips, in that case that friction is the kinetic friction. That depends on the data given. Okay, so here you see, so the here whenever the body is rolling on the rough horizontal surface, as the friction acts on the body in opposite direction, no doubt velocity decreases. What about angular velocity? What about angular velocity? Is it increase or decrease? Yeah, very good. After spinning ball, how ball after spinning ball, how ball steps and turn to side? Increase, yes. Here torque due to friction acts on the sphere about this point in clockwise direction only. Due to that, angular velocity increases. So here angular velocity becomes greater than omega naught, but v becomes less than v naught. But definitely it rolls like this. Okay. So these points are also important. Okay, next. Here, next one. A carpet of mass, all of you listen the point. A carpet of mass m made of inextensible material is rolled along its length in the form of a cylinder of radius caplar and kept on a rough floor. The carpet starts unrolling without slipping on floor when a negligible small push is given to the carpet. Calculate the horizontal velocity of the axis of the cylindrical carpet when the radius reduces to r by 2. Here there is a carpet. Already we know the carpets. During function we use the green carpets, etc. No, red carpet or green carpet. That green carpet is rolled along its length. The green carpet is rolled along its length. The green carpet is or red carpet is rolled along its length so that it is in the form of a cylinder. We know it is the horizontal floor. It is the horizontal floor. I think you got idea. You got idea. Yeah, friction increases the. Of course, in this case, friction increases the angular velocity and decrease the linear velocity. Okay. Next, all of you see here. Here it is the carpet. It is rolling along its length so that here it is in the form of a cylinder. So here initial radius of this carpet cylinder, the carpet which is rolled in the form of cylinder is caplar. So this is caplar. Mass of the carpet is say m. Mass of the total carpet is say m. Okay. Now here by means of hand or by means of foot, it is pushed like this in forward direction. It is pushed in forward direction like this. It is pushed in forward direction. Okay, when it is pushed in forward direction, the carpet starts unrolling without sliding on floor. When the negligible push, okay, it is given negligible push, then it's slowly unrolling. Here it is just pushed gently. That means with little force it is pushed. Just it starts unrolling. When it starts unrolling, initial velocity is 0 only. It is just pushed with a little force. That's why just the carpet starts unrolling. So it just starts unrolling. I think we have seen as long as the unrolling takes place, is the speed of the this carpet increase or decrease? Tell me. It is our common experience during functions. We now and then see that instant. Whenever this carpet is unrolling, we know at the last time before the total carpet is unrolled, at that time the speed increases. It is very clear to us. Okay, here you see whenever it is unrolling, then the radius of the carpet gradually decreases, and whenever it reaches certain point here, at that time the position of the carpet is like this. That means the radius of this carpet becomes r by 2. Of course, diagram maybe seems to be both are same, but difference is there, r by 2. Radius becomes half of the initial radius. Why? As the carpet is unrolling, due to that the radius of the carpet gradually decreases, and whenever the radius of the carpet becomes r by 2, at that time what is the speed of the carpet? What is the speed of the carpet means what is the speed of the axis of rotation of the carpet? Axis of rotation of the carpet means as this carpet is in the form of cylindrical shape, the natural axis of the cylindrical cylinder, that is the axis of rotation. So what is the speed of the axis of rotation? V is equal to question mark. How we can find? How we can find? Tell me. This total mass here is m, the mass of this part, because some part is already spread over the floor. The remaining mass only here. That mass is a small m. It is capital M, that is small m. The mass of the carpet which is to be unrolled when its radius is r/2 is small m. Okay. Now, what is the velocity of that carpet? That is the question they asked. Okay. Here, you apply the conservation of, because this carpet is not slipping over the floor. That's why no work is done against the friction. So no energy is lost. We can apply the law of conservation of energy principle here. So according to law of conservation of energy, total, whenever the carpet is at A and at B, total energy at A and total energy at B, both must be same. Total energy at A and total energy at B must be same. What is the total energy at A? What is the total energy at A? Whenever the carpet is here, it has no translative motion. Only rotative motion just starts. That's why angular velocity is also 0. Okay. Translative motion is, as the velocity is 0, translation kinetic energy is 0. As just starts rotative motion, rotational kinetic energy is also 0. But the axis of rotation is at a height capital from this surface of the floor. That means the central mass is at a height capital. That's why it is having potential energy only. That here at point A, the potential energy UA plus kinetic energy Ka plus rotational kinetic energy ER suffix A. This is the total energy of the rolling body. Okay, this is equal to, at this point here, in case of previous cases, in case of solid cylinder, etc., here there is no change in the thickness, there is no change in the radius of the cylinders. That's why, as here, whenever the cylinder is here and here, as the central mass is at the same height, potential energy here and here both cancel. That's why we did not write the potential energy, we did not consider the potential energy there. But here, as this is unrolling, the radius decreases. That's why potential energy also changes. That's why I consider the potential energy also. Whenever this carpet is here, the potential energy UB plus kinetic energy KB plus rotational kinetic energy when it is at B is ERB. Okay, now we substitute here total mass capital M into G into height of the central mass from the floor, that is equal to capital R, plus kinetic energy is 0, as velocity is 0, potential energy is also 0. That is equal to, at this point, potential energy. Here mass of the roller becomes small m, radius r/2. That's why potential energy mg into r/2 plus kinetic energy half m into v square plus rotational kinetic energy half into ib, about the center of mass only, ib into angular velocity square, omega b square. In this way we can write. So what about small m and what about omega b? How we can write? So here you substitute the data. Here we can write the total energy of the rolling body also. Total energy of the rolling body also, because it is rolling at the same time it is travel. That's why the sum of these two is the rolling energy of the body. Okay. Now capital MGR is equal to, what is the mass of the roller? What is the mass of the roller? How we can write? Mass of the roller. Whenever the radius becomes r/2, what about the mass? You see, density of the roller. Density of the roller. Density is equal to mass by volume. No? Mass by volume of the cylinder means area of cross section A into length of the carpet L. Mass by volume, that is the density, volume density. Okay. Here this is equal to, you see, mass per unit volume of mass per unit volume is fixed. That's why small m means mass per unit volume we can write. Okay, we can take the mass common, then we can substitute, instead of single mass we can substitute. First you keep like this only, mg into r/2 plus, what about this angular velocity? What about the angular velocity? Tell me. What is the angular velocity? At this point, with what speed the carpet is unwinding here? at this point with what speed carpet is unwinding, unrolling or unwinding? Tell me. Yeah, root 14 ZR by 3, correct only. Root 14 ZR by 3, that is correct only. Very good. Root 14 ZR by 3 only correct. Okay, here what is the linear velocity when V is equal to R by V is equal, here velocity is V and angular velocity is omega B. Then here, since VB is equal to, VB means V is equal to R omega, we can write now, R omega. So V is equal to R means R by 2, no? R means R by 2. So R by 2 into angular velocity omega B. So omega B can be written as 2V by R, no? So you substitute here mgr by 2 plus half mv square plus half, what about this IB? Moment of inertia about the center of mass. Moment of inertia about the center of mass means as it is the cylinder, mr square by 2 we can write now. So mr square by 2, m into radius small r square, mr square by 2. Okay, it is the moment of inertia into angular velocity. Angular velocity means 2v by capital R. 2v by capital R. Okay, so therefore mz capital R is equal to mz capital R by 2 plus, here in both the terms we can take, here it is omega square, no? Square. So half mv square, here half mv square we can take common. Half mv square you take common of 1 plus remaining, tell me here. What is the remaining value? Here 1 by 4. Here half mv square we have taken common, half mv square we have taken common, r square by 2 is there, r square by 2 into here 4v square by 4 by r square, because half m into v square is taken common, then r square by 2 into 4 by r square we have. Okay, now tell me, mz capital R is equal to, in both the terms we can take okay, instead of m you write what is the m value? Mass per unit volume is density, no? Mass by area of cross section into length. Here mass by area of cross section means pi r square into length means L. Okay, here mass by area of cross section pi r square into length L. It is the density. Density into volume of this cylinder, because small m is the mass of this cylindrical carpet, no? So mass means volume into density. Okay, mass per unit volume is density. Density is this one into volume of this cylindrical part. Volume of the cylindrical part means area of cross section pi into r by 2 whole square, because radius of the carpet becomes r by 2. It is the area of cross section into length does not change, L only. So this is the mass. Okay, gr by 2. Gr by 2 plus, for this also same, half into m means this we have to write m by, of course instead of writing two times you take m common, then you substitute directly. You take m common in both the terms. In both the terms you take m common and keep remaining all in the bracket only. gr by 2 plus v square by 2 into 1 plus small r means r by 2, r by 2 whole square. So r square by 4 into 2 2s are, so 2 by r square. Okay, now we substitute the mass value. Mass per unit volume is capital M by pi capital R square into length L. It is the mass per unit volume. Then for this volume, what is the mass means? What is the volume of the cylinder? Area of cross section pi r by 2 whole square into length L. It is the volume. So per unit volume, if it is the mass for this much volume of this cylinder of radius r by 2, what is the volume is this one? You keep like this into, if you simplify them, gr by 2 plus V square by 2 into, here r square cancel, 2 cancel. Okay, therefore 3 by 2 we can write now. This is equal to, you tell me here, pi r square cancel, L cancel. Then it becomes m by 4 of gr by 2 plus 3v square by 4. It is mgr. Cancel now. Then you do cross multiplication. 4z Kepler is equal to gr by 2 minus plus 3v square by 4. That implies 4gr minus 2gr, gr by 2. 4gr minus gr by 2. What you will get? 7gr by 2, no? 7gr by 2 is equal to 3v square. Is it correct or not? No, here. Okay, 4 is there, no? 4gr. Okay, we have written 4gr. 4gr is equal to gr by 2 plus 3v square by 4. Or when you do cross multiplication, then 7gr by 2 is equal to 3v square. 3v square by 4, no? 4. 2 2s are. Therefore, v square is equal to 14gr by 3. It is v square value. Therefore, v is equal to root 14gr by 3. Root 14gr by 3. This is the formula for, okay, root 14gr by 3. You know, so it is the formula for the speed of the carpet whenever it is, while it is unrolling, whenever its radius becomes r by 2, at the time what is the speed of the carpet, means that is the speed of the carpet. Okay, right. Now we have to discuss the toppling concept. No, formula should not be remembered. Based on this concept you have to do. Based on the concept you have to do. It is the case whenever radius becomes r by 2. It is the case whenever radius becomes r by 2. If radius becomes r by 3, what is the formula? It will change. So you have to remember the, you have to know the concept. Based on that concept, you have to do like this only. Okay, right. Next, toppling concept, important one. Okay, next, toppling. Next concept, toppling. Okay, conservation of angular momentum is not there for next week. Conservation of angular momentum, law of conservation of angular momentum is not there for next week. For this week, in next week only we are having that law of conservation of angular momentum. Okay, now suppose here on the rough horizontal surface there is a block. On the rough horizontal surface, there is a block. Okay, here some force is applied on the block at certain height. Some force is applied on the block at certain height. Yeah. Okay. Suppose if any ridge is there, ridge means some projection is here. While traveling in this direction, suppose here some projection is there like this. One projection is there like this. Whenever it travel like this, whenever the block travel like this in forward direction with certain acceleration, whenever this here, whenever it reaches the projection, immediately the projection strikes this block, so that the block immediately turns now. Then we can say toppling takes place. Then we can say toppling takes place. Toppling means turning about this edge. The block turns like this. Then that is called as a toppling. The block turning, the block turns about this right bottommost point of the block due to application of this force. Whenever the block strikes the projection here, at that time about the projection or about this bottommost point on right side of the block, it will turn. Then we can say toppling takes place. Sometimes even projection is not there. Even projection is not there. Even projection is not there because of friction. Sometimes here, because of application of the force, it turns like this. No, suppose if you take Almara, in case of Almara, when you apply excuse me, when you push the Almara at certain height height along horizontal direction, when you push the Almara at certain height by applying horizontal force at certain height, then Almara will turn about the right bottommost edge, right bottommost edge, about the bottommost edge, it turns now. So that's why the Almara is to be tilted or toppled about one edge. Okay, here also, because of application of the force, there is a possibility for the block to topple about this point. There is a possibility for the block to topple about this point like this. But here, because of application of this force, whenever it is sliding like this, at the same time friction acts in opposite direction. Friction, kinetic friction, because it is in motion. So kinetic friction acts in backward direction. So suppose if F and small f, that means applied force and the frictional force, both are balanced. Suppose this applied force is at a height, say small h. Applied force is at a height small h. We applied the force. Okay. So along horizontal direction, when applied force balances the frictional force, then along this horizontal direction, net force is 0. That's why it is having only translated motion along the direction. Or if it is at rest, as the net force is 0 along horizontal direction, the body cannot translate along horizontal direction, cannot travel along horizontal direction. But at the same time, about this rightmost bottom edge or about the center of mass of the block or cube, is there any possibility for the block to topple? Actually, you see, here weight of the block acts vertically downwards direction. Normal reaction acts in this direction. Okay, about the center of mass of the block, no torque acts due to normal reaction and due to weight. About the center of mass of the block, torque due to applied force is there, torque due to frictional force is there. Suppose it is the cube. It is the cube of side some A, say. It is the cube of side A. Okay, the cube of side A, or you can take B. Okay, now it is the cube. It is the cube. Okay, so when you apply the force at this certain height here, at the same time friction acts in this direction. About the center of mass, no torque due to normal reaction and weight acts. Okay, next, about this point, is there any torque acts on the block or not? About this point, if the normal reaction is here only and weight is here only, and if the because of applied force about this point, there is a torque acts on the block in anti-clockwise direction. Due to friction, no torque acts because frictional force passing through this point only. That's why no torque due to friction acts. And about this point, torque due to weight and torque due to normal action both are cancelled because N is equal to mc. That's why both are cancelled. That's why there is a possibility to topple. No, there is a possibility to topple, but here whenever the force is applied at this point, sometimes even force is applied, sometimes the block will not topple. the block will not topple. Even then, the torque due to normal reaction and torque due to weight are balanced, and no torque due to friction acts here. Even then, due to applied force or external force, the body will not topple. What is the reason there? When you apply the force on the body, when you apply the force on the body, then you see, gradually the block try to turns like this. The block try to turns like this. Whenever the block try to turns like this, then the shape of the block comes like this. Of course, very little bit, but in order to see the diagram here, I drawn like this. The shape of the block is like that. The block turns like this. While it is turning, the area, the place of contact, the point of contact gradually shift towards this right bottommost point. అంటే ఈ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ కాంటాక్ట్ రైట్ బాటమోస్ట్ పాయింట్ కి షిఫ్ట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. షిఫ్ట్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు నార్మల్ రియాక్షన్. హ్యావ్ యు గాట్ ఐడియా దిస్ వన్? whenever the applied force is there here, whenever the applied force is there, then at that time it try to turn like this. Whenever it try to turn like this, then about this point there is no torque due to weight and no torque due to normal reaction. That's why definitely the torque due to applied force must be there. Due to that, it must turn like this. But sometimes it does not turn. Even F force acts at this point. What is the reason? In such case, whenever the applied force is there, the block try to turn like this. While it is turning like this, the point of contact, that means where the normal reaction acts due to bottom surface on the block, it slowly shift towards the this point. Whenever the normal reaction shift to this point, whenever the normal reaction shift to that point, then immediately so when you apply the external force on the body, then about the center of mass, so here when you apply the force on the body, immediately normal reaction shift. Normal reaction, of course, weight always acts through center of mass or center of gravity only, but normal reaction shifts. Normal reaction shifts to through certain position here. Now this is the normal reaction. Through what distance normal reaction shifted? Such distance is say x. The shift in the normal reaction is x from the center of mass of the sphere. Okay, now initially about the center of mass here, about the center of mass, the because of this force, torque acts on the block in clockwise direction, and due to normal reaction, the torque acts on the body in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, at the same time, due to friction, torque acts on the body in clockwise direction. That's why here, due to shifting of the normal reaction, due to shifting of the normal reaction, it is prevented. The toppling of the block is prevented by shifting the normal reaction through certain distance. Suppose when here maximum possible shift in the normal reaction is only up to edge of the block. The maximum possible shift of the normal reaction is only up to, normal reaction shifts. The maximum possible shift of the normal reaction is equal to up to this edge of the block only. Up to this edge of the block only. Whenever the normal reaction shifts up to the edge of the block, immediately the block will turn or topple. Okay. So in this case, so what is the torque due to applied force on the body and torque due to weight of the body? What is the torque due to applied force and what is the torque due to weight? This is the point about which there is a toppling. This is the point about which toppling takes place, and it is the center of mass C. Okay, about O. About O. While toppling. While toppling. Tell me, while toppling like this. About O. While toppling is definitely normal action passing through this point. Okay, while toppling. So while toppling here, toppling takes place whenever the normal action passing through that edge of the block. Okay. So in this case, in this case, while toppling, as we mentioned, while toppling, normal reaction passing through edge. So in this case, about O or about the center of mass, you write. In this case, about the center of mass. Suppose if you take about O, okay, about O while toppling, tell me, about O to topple, what is the condition? Torque due to applied force is in this direction, torque due to weight is in this direction. No? When torque due to applied force, F into force into perpendicular distance of this force from the point of toppling, that is H, greater than or equal to torque due to weight, because due to application of the sectional force, when the block tried to topple in clockwise direction, at the same time, due to this weight, the block tried to topple or turn in anti-clockwise direction. So whenever the torque due to applied force greater than or equal to torque due to this weight about this point, then only there is a possibility for the block to topple. That's why FH is greater than or equal to torque due to weight means mg into perpendicular distance is equal to, as the width is a by 2. Width is a by 2. So therefore, F is equal to how much in this case? F is equal to how much? F greater than or equal to mg into a by 2h. It is the condition for the block to topple about this point O. It is the condition for the block to topple. What is the minimum force required? Minimum force to be applied on the block at a height h so that the block topple. So minimum force. What is the minimum force? For minimum force, F minimum. So F minimum force means we have to take equal to mg into a by 2 into h. If height at which force is to be the height at which force is to be applied is fixed, then minimum force required is this one, to topple. Okay, it is the case when if F minimum, it is the case when h is fixed. Okay, if F is fixed, then to topple or to turn about O, to topple or to turn about O, h greater than or equal to, we can write now, h greater than or equal to mg a by 2f, we can write now, h greater than or equal to mg a by 2 into f, we can write. So for the given force to topple, at what minimum height we have to apply the external force. That means minimum height means, therefore h minimum is equal to mg a by 2f. So for the given force, for the given applied force to topple, at what minimum height we have to apply the force means, when you apply the force at this height, then only it will be toppled. While toppling, normal reaction passing through the point about which toppling takes place. While toppling, it is the case of toppling. While toppling, normal reaction passing through edge of the this block or this body. Okay, so for the given force at what minimum height the force is to be applied to topple the block means, this is the minimum height. At a given height, what is the minimum force to be applied along horizontal direction so that the block will be toppled about this point means, this is the minimum force required. Okay, next, while toppling, at what distance, see, while toppling, at what distance before toppling, due to application of the applied force, what is the distance of the normal action from the center of mass? That is another case. Due to application of the force, shift in normal reaction, x, due to application of the force F, shift in normal reaction is equal to say x. Then in such case, you see, on the rough horizontal surface, when block is kept, force is applied. Suppose force is applied at a height, say small h. Force is applied at a height small h. force is applied at a height small h. It is the center of mass and it is the point about which block can be rotated. So weight mg acts vertically downwards direction. Of course, friction acts in this direction. Normal reaction is say here. Because of application of force, definitely try to turn like this. Due to that, the edge, the point of contact shifts in this direction, shifts towards the point about which toppling can be taken place. So that depends on the applied force. Okay, through what distance normal reaction shifts, that depends on the applied force. When applied force is sufficient, which follows the condition like this, when applied force is like this, definitely it turns. In that case, normal reaction passing through this edge. This edge is O. Okay, this is the normal reaction. Shift in the normal reaction is this one, due to application of the force. What is that shift? We have to find. What is the shift we have to find? Okay, in this case, about the center of mass, we can write tell me in this case, what is the shift? Still, it is not it is not toppling. Because of application of the force, normal reaction shifts away from the center of mass. Through what distance center of mass shifts? That is the through what distance normal reaction shifts? That is the case. To find, of course, mg will be given. Mg will be given here. No doubt, along vertical direction. You see, along vertical. No doubt, along vertical direction, mg acts downwards and n upwards. That's why n is equal to mg. No doubt, n is equal to mg. Along horizontal direction, the applied force balances the frictional force. That means there is no motion. Just try to turn like this. That's why applied force is equal to frictional force. Applied force along vertical direction, along horizontal now, along horizontal. Applied force is equal to frictional force. That's why there is no translate motion, and it try to turn like this. When try to turn like this, shift in the normal reaction is how much? If that applied force is not sufficient to topple, what is the applied force? The minimum applied force to topple the block is equal to this one. If it is less than this one, then toppling does not take place, but normal reaction shifts. If applied force is equal to this one, then normal reaction shift through this point so that toppling takes place. Okay. So here, what is the shift? So about center of mass. About center of mass shall we take, or about this point you have to take? About O you take. About O. About O. Tell me. Here, about O, torque due to friction acts in anti-clockwise direction. Torque due to normal action also acts in anti-clockwise direction. Torque due to weight in torque due to applied force and torque due to normal action. Both are in clockwise direction. Torque due to weight is in anti-clockwise direction. As this frictional force passing through this point, no torque acts. Okay, that's why sum of the clockwise torques is equal to sum of the anti-clockwise torques. Sum of the clockwise torques, because it is not toppling, ready to topple but not topples, as F is not sufficient. So clockwise torque means F into force into perpendicular about O, force into perpendicular distance h. It is clockwise torque plus normal here due to normal reaction also about this point torque is in this direction only, no? So normal reaction n into perpendicular distance of this normal reaction from this, that is equal to, here it is the cube, side is a say, then this length is equal to a by 2. A by 2. Okay, because it is center of mass, this length is equal, distance is equal to a by 2. A by 2 minus x is this one, no? So normal reaction to a by 2 minus x. That is the perpendicular distance of the normal reaction from this point. These are the clockwise torques. That is equal to anti-clockwise torque. Mg into weight mg into perpendicular distance means a by 2. A by 2. That's all. Torque due to friction is 0. Since torque due to friction, tau f is equal to 0. From this, n is equal to mg only. Can't we find x? So from this you find x. X is the shift in the normal reaction. X is the shift in the normal reaction. So about this point O, when you consider, then in this way we can write. About the center mass of the cube, when you consider, when you find the torque, how we can obtain? Based on the given information. Suppose you are given mu value, then frictional force we know. When you are given mu value, friction force we know. In such case, about the center of mass we can calculate. Sometimes they may ask what is the coefficient of friction, they may ask. Coefficient of friction mu they may ask. In that case, in order to incorporate the friction term in this formula, about the center of mass of the cube, you write the torque concept. You apply the torque. About center of mass C. About center of mass C. Net torque. Block is not toppling. Okay. So just ready to topple, but not toppling. So in that case, what about the torque equation we can write about the center of mass? About the center of mass, you see, about the center of mass, torque due to applied force is there, torque due to normal action is there, torque due to friction is there, but torque due to this weight mg is 0. Okay. Now torque due to applied force. About this point, due to applied force, it turns in clockwise direction because force is like this now in this direction. So about this point, due to application of this force, the block tries to turn in clockwise direction. What about the torque due to friction? Due to torque due to friction, is the block rotates in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction about C? Due to friction, what is the direction of the torque? Very good, clockwise only, because about this point, due to friction, it turns like this. That's why clockwise only. So sum of the clockwise torque is F into H. No, sorry, about the center of mass. No, about the center of mass, this distance is equal to H minus A by 2. No, H minus A by 2 plus torque due to friction, F into perpendicular distance of the friction means A by 2. It is the clockwise torque. Torque due to weight is 0 about C. So torque due to normal action is N into, that is in anti-clockwise direction. So N into X only, no? N into X, where N is equal to mg. F is equal to mu into normal reaction. So mu mg we can write. Okay. So based on this, how clockwise? Here you see, about this point, suppose about this point, the block can rotate. About this point, see, the block can rotate. If force is applied here, friction force is applied in this direction, then is it turn like this or like this? About this point, tell me. Tell me. అరే మీ సొంత పేర్లు మీరు పెట్టుకున్నానా? ఎందుకు నీ పేరు బాగుండదా ఏంటి? డార్లింగ్ ప్రభాస్ అంటే నీ పేరు బాగుండ వర్స్ట్ గా ఉంటుందా ఏంట్రా? వాళ్ళ పేరు వీళ్ళ పేర్లు పెట్టుకుంటున్నావు. ఏరా డార్లింగ్ ప్రభాస్ అంత వర్స్ట్ గా ఉంటుందా నీ పేరు? బానే ఉంటుంది కదా? మీ పేర్లు పెట్టుకుని మీరు జాయిన్ అవ్వండి. If there is no translative motion, then we can use F is equal to small f. If there is no translative motion, in that case we can use F is equal to capital F. If it is not there, in such case we can write like this. Okay, right here, this is the way to do. Next one, some applications we have to discuss, some note points related to toppling. Note points. 1. Suppose here there is on the rough horizontal surface a block of mass m is kept. A block of mass m is kept. I will read the problem. You see, you listen the problem. Okay, a uniform cube of side A and mass m rests on a rough horizontal surface, rests on a rough horizontal table. A horizontal force F is applied normal to one of the faces at a point directly above the center of the face at a height 3a by 4. You see, exactly here it is the cube of side mass M and side is A. It is the cube. It is the cube of mass M side A. That means this side is also A. Okay, force is applied above the center of gravity. Force is applied on the block along horizontal direction above the center of gravity. Above the center of mass or center of gravity is this only, no? Above the center of mass or center of gravity, at this point the force is applied. At a height equal to 3a by 4 is given. 3a by 4. At this height, force is applied. A horizontal force F is applied normal to the one of the faces at a point directly above the center of the face at a height 3a by 4, above the base. Above the base, the force is applied at a height 3a by 4. That is given. What is the minimum value of F for which the cube begins to tip about an edge? So what is the minimum force to be applied so that the block just to tip or to topple? అంటే అబౌట్ ద ఎడ్జ్ ఇది టర్న్ కావాలంటే అంటే టాపుల్ కావాలి అంటే లేదా టిప్ కావాలంటే టర్న్ కావాలంటే మినిమం ఎంత ఫోర్స్ ని అప్లై చేయాలి? F is equal to F minimum, that is question mark. It is the case. Okay, while toppling, to topple or while toppling, normal action passing through this point only, no? Weight mg in this direction, friction in this direction. Otherwise, because of application of this force at this point, total force acts in this direction and friction acts in this direction. Okay, now tell me what is the condition for body to topple? What is the condition for the body to topple? The point about which the block can be toppled is O. So about O, what is the condition for toppling? Condition for toppling is tell me, torque due to applied force about this point O is in clockwise direction, torque due to weight is in anti-clockwise direction. But while toppling, as the normal action passing through this point, no torque due to normal action, no force, no friction, torque due to friction about this point. That's why torque due to applied force is F into torque due to applied force means tau capital F. That must be greater than or equal to torque due to weight W. Okay, torque due to applied force means F into perpendicular distance from O, that is H, greater than or equal to torque due to weight means weight mg into weight into perpendicular distance of weight from this point means that is equal to A by 2 only, no? A by 2. So A by 2 you write. A by 2. So F greater than or equal to mg A by 2H already we obtained previously. So F greater than or equal to mg A by 2 into what about H? 3A by 4. 3A by 4. So A cancel, 2 2s are. Therefore, F greater than or equal to 2 mg by 3 we can write, no? Greater than or equal to 2 mg by 3. So they asked the minimum force. So they asked minimum force. For minimum means equal to we had to take. Therefore, F minimum is equal to 2 mg by 3. So when you apply the force, when you apply the minimum force equal to 2 mg by 3 at this point at a height 3a by 4, then about the point O, it will topple. In such case, normal action passing through this point about which the block can be toppled. Suppose if the applied force is less than this one, normal action will be shifted to certain distance. If applied force is equal to F minimum, applied force is equal to this one, normal action shifted to edge. If it is less than this one, normal action shifted through certain distance. What is the distance means? Previously we have written the formulas now. By using that formulas we can do. Okay, this is the one example. Note down all of it. Of course, today I will send the notes to you based on this top link. So you go through them. Okay, next. Another example or another note point. Okay, next one more example. A block, okay, next. A cubical block of side L rests on a rough horizontal surface with coefficient of friction sufficiently high so that the block does not slide. Okay. Before toppling, the minimum force required to topple the block is. Next note point. Second one, all of you see. Here there is a cube. There is a cube. Force is applied at the top. Force is applied at the top. Side is L. Cube of side L means this is also L. Okay, it is the center of mass, and it is the point about which there is a possibility for the block to topple. Okay, a cubical block of side L rests on a rough horizontal surface with coefficient of friction sufficiently high so that the block does not slip. And ikkada ee renditi madhya friction sufficient ga undi, because of applied force the block does not slip, but about this point the block can topple or turning. Okay, now what is the applied force? Okay, here no doubt when I apply the force in this direction, then friction acts in this direction so that the friction is sufficient to prevent the slipping. That friction, okay, that may be limiting friction or that may be equal to applied force. Applied force means this may be static friction or limiting friction. We cannot say that one, because even this applied force in this direction is less than the limiting friction. In such case, friction force is equal to F. Okay, if applied force, if it for the applied force, if it is the limiting friction, FL is equal to F. So that is not given. Is it static friction or limiting friction? That is not mentioned. In such case, just we can write friction, that's all. But we cannot write this as mu s into mu mg. We cannot write. If it is the limiting friction, then only we can write. If it is the static friction, in such case, F is equal to capital F, as I said previously. Okay. Okay, definitely I will explain, Sriram. Advanced 5 problems are there. I will make video and I will keep in WhatsApp group. Okay. Right. About this point O. About O. Tell me, what is the torque due to applied force for the block to topple? For the block to topple, then torque about the point O due to applied force is equal to FL greater than or equal to while toppling, normal action passing through this edge only. While toppling, normal action is through edge, then it turns like this. So torque due to normal action is 0, torque due to friction is 0. Torque due to weight, mg into perpendicular distance L by 2. mg into perpendicular distance L by 2. Here they asked the minimum force. So F greater than or equal to mg by 2 only, no, because LL cancel. Therefore, minimum force is equal to, minimum force means equal to we have to take, that is equal to mg by 2. This is the answer. Here frictional force due to about this point O, friction force is not there. Torque due to friction is 0, torque due to normal action is 0 while toppling. So that's why about the point O, torque due to applied force and torque due to weight only balances. For the toppling, what is the, here they asked what is the minimum force required to topple the block? That is the question, no? Yeah, it is equal to applied, this friction is equal to applied force whenever toppling takes place without slipping. But is it static friction or limiting friction? It is not given. If it is limiting friction, we can write mu s into normal action mg, but it is not mentioned. Is it static friction or limiting friction? But no doubt friction is equal to F only, but we cannot write this F as mu s into normal reaction, because it may be static friction there in this case. Yeah, force is applied at the top edge of the block. Sriram, force is applied at the top edge of the block. Okay. What? Revan, both should not act in same direction, no sir. Definitely to balance the torque here about this point, if this force try to turn the block in this direction, the torque due to weight try to turn in opposite direction. Whenever torque due to applied force greater or equal to torque due to weight, then only there is a possibility for the block to topple about this point. Okay, there is no torque due to frictional force and due to normal reaction. Air resistance, everything, if they are mentioned, not mentioned, means they are ignored. Compared with applied forces, air resistance is zero, no, because it is not in motion. Whenever it is in motion, definitely viscous drag, that means air friction, acts on the block. It is not in motion, so air friction can be neglected. Okay. Okay, next, third one. A block of height h is projected along the rough surface of coefficient of friction mu. Find the point of application of the normal force on the block for mu k is equal to 0.5. Okay. Here, one block is projected with a velocity v. One block is projected with a velocity v. Yeah, one block is projected with a velocity v, like this. Mass of the block is here. Coefficient of friction between the block and the floor is mu. A block of height h. So block of height h that is projected with a velocity v on the rough surface of coefficient of friction mu. Find the point of application of the normal force on the block for mu k is equal to 0.5. Mu k is equal to 0.5 given. Okay. Whenever it is projected like this, then at that time, the point about which the block can topple is this one. So here the friction acts in opposite direction. The kinetic friction, because as the block is in motion, kinetic friction is there. Coefficient of kinetic friction is given. So kinetic friction acts in this direction. So whenever the block is projected in this direction, about this point, about this edge, the block try to topple. The block try to topple, but because of torque due to weight, it is settled on the floor only. But at that time, normal reaction will be shifted through certain distance. This is the position of the say normal reaction. So through what distance normal reaction shifts? That is say x. Okay, it is the center of mass or center of gravity. Tell me here, no external forces are there. Only weight mg acts vertically downwards direction. No external forces are there. The friction force acts in this direction and normal action acts in upward direction. That's all. These are only the forces acts on the block. So tell me, what about this? About C. About C. Torque due to friction try to rotate the block in clockwise direction. About C. చూడండి ఒకసారి అబౌట్ సి ఫ్రిక్షన్ వల్ల ఇది ఇటువైపు టర్న్ అవుతుంది. అబౌట్ సి నార్మల్ యాక్షన్ ఇటువైపు టర్న్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి ఇది టర్న్ ఇది ఈ వెలాసిటీ ట్రావెల్ చేసేప్పుడు what is the distance up here while it travel with a velocity v, the kinetic friction is given. That's why torque due to kinetic friction Fk into perpendicular distance of the Fk from this point means this is the perpendicular distance, that is h by 2. It is the torque due to friction which is in clockwise direction. At the same time, torque due to normal reaction, that is n into x. Torque due to normal reaction is equal to n into x. Okay, but it is not toppling. It is not toppling. It is rotating with velocity v in this direction. At the instant whenever it is travel with a velocity v, at that time what is the shift in the normal action they asked. It is not toppling. It is having only translated motion, but it is not toppling. At that time what is the shift in the normal reaction? That is the question they asked. As it is not toppling or not rotating, about the center of mass net torque is 0. That's why about C net torque tau net is equal to 0. So about C Fk clockwise torque is equal to anti-clockwise torque. What is Fk? Mu k into normal reaction. into h by 2 is equal to n into x. N cancel no. Therefore, x is the shift in the normal reaction. Actually, if velocity is not there, normal reaction passing through this point only. Because of this velocity, try to turn like this. When it try to turn like this, the bottom surface just rises, but it not topple. That block cannot topple because torque due to weight try to turn the block in this direction only. Okay, so x is equal to from this mu k into h by 2. Mu k into h by 2, that is the answer. Of course, mu k is given. Mu k is equal to 0.5 given. H is not given, in h only by 2. Therefore, x is equal to h by 4 we can write now. So shift in the normal action is h by 4. In this way you have to do. I think when you do number of problems like this, we can have idea about what is the shift in the normal action, why normal action shifts like that. Okay, suppose if the applied force is sufficient to topple, in that case normal action passing through this point. What is the minimum force to be applied on the block at a height h so that it topples? Means previously I derived the formulas. Okay, if that applied force follows that condition, then toppling starts. When toppling starts, then normal action passing through this point only. If that force is not sufficient, in that case try to topple but not sufficient, that's why cannot topple. In such case normal action shifts but not shift to the edge point. Okay, suppose if the base is very small, even for the small forces only, when you apply the force here, then normal reaction shifts no, because of application of the external force. When this base is very small, then immediately normal reaction shift to this point, so that immediately the body will be toppled. Because of that reason only, the base of the dining table will be very large. The base of the dining table will be very large. No one make the dining table with a small base. డైనింగ్ టేబుల్ తయారు చేసేటప్పుడు ఎవరు కూడా స్మాల్ బేస్ నుంచి తయారు చేయరు. స్మాల్ బేస్ కనుక ఉంటే, even you apply the small force on the block, even you apply the small force on the dining table along horizontal direction, immediately it falls, because the base is small. When base is small, even for the small forces, normal reaction shifts through small distance so that it reaches the edge and immediately toppling takes place. That's why the dining table will fall immediately. Yeah, big base. What is the reason? Means even you apply the large force on the block, to topple the block, definitely normal action must passing through this point, then only it turns like this to fall. Suppose when you apply the large force on the block in this direction, if base of the table is large, then the edge point will be here, so that normal reaction has to shift more distance and then only it will topple. That's why whenever the base of the table is more, even if you push them, then it will not topple, because when you push them, the normal reaction has to shift more distance. As the base is more, normal action immediately cannot reach even for the large forces, normal reaction cannot reaches the edge, so that it does not passing through this point. Hence, no toppling takes place. That's why because of this reason only, here, in case of the dining tables, the base will be as large as possible. They construct, they design. Okay. Next, suppose on the inclined plane. Okay, some problems we have to do now. In our material also some problems are there. Yeah, triangle case. I want to say that only. Okay. Okay. To topple the equilateral prism, minimum force required, which is minimum horizontal force required to which is applied at the top. Okay, next one you see. Here, this is the equilateral prism. That means all sides are same, A. It is kept on the base. The base of the prism is kept on the horizontal rough floor. Okay. Now, what is the force, horizontal force to be applied on the prism at its top so that it topples? To topple the equilateral prism, minimum force required to topple minimum force required. F minimum is equal to how much? To topple the prism, it is the prism, equilateral prism of side A. To topple the prism, what is the minimum force required? Minimum force to be applied along horizontal direction, which is passing through top of the prism. Tell me first of all, about which point there is a possibility for the prism to topple. This is the prism ABC. Central mass is a C. Central mass is a O. About which point there is a possibility for the block to topple? About which point? About which point there is a possibility for the prism to topple due to applied force? About B. About right bottommost point. For any case, if you apply the force in this direction along the direction of the applied force, on right side bottommost point. Suppose if you apply the force in this direction, in the direction of applied force, the rightmost bottommost point means this one, in this direction if you apply the force. So this is the rightmost point. Okay, about this point B, there is a possibility for toppling. Okay, weight mg acts vertically downwards direction from this point. Okay, about B. What is the condition for the block to topple? Suppose the height of the triangle is say h, then torque due to applied force is equal to F into h. No, whenever it is greater than, of course, while toppling here, normal action passing through this point. Okay, friction passing through this point. That's why Fh greater than or equal to torque due to weight mg into perpendicular distance means a by 2 only. No, a by 2. Therefore, F greater than or equal to mg a by 2 into h. What about h? H is the height at which force is applied, which is equal to height of the triangle. It is a by 2. Then this height is equal to square root of a square minus a square by 4. That means root 3h by h is equal to root 3a by 2. No, square root of a square minus a square by 4. That means root 3a by 2. So instead of h, you write root 3a by 2. 2 cancel, a cancel. Therefore, that implies F is greater than or equal to mg by root 3. It is the condition for applied force. So what is the minimum force they asked? Therefore, F minimum is equal to mg by root 3. F minimum is equal to mg by root 3. Okay. Next, toppling on the inclined surface. Toppling on inclined surface. Okay. So far, we have discussed the toppling on horizontal surface only. Toppling on inclined surface. toppling on inclined surface. Okay, suppose on the rough inclined surface of angle of inclination theta, a block or a crate that is kept like this, having all sides are same, A each. Okay, it may be cube or it may be any other body. Height is h. Height is given as h. Okay, now weight of the block acts vertically downwards direction. When you resolve them into components, one component in this direction, another component in this direction, this is equal to mg cos theta. Of course, here it is equal to mg sin theta. Okay, now suppose here toppling not takes place. Is the normal reaction displaces from the normal reaction displace? Actually, whenever it is on the horizontal surface, normal action passing through center of mass or center of gravity of the block when it is on the horizontal surface. Okay, but when it is kept on the inclined surface, is the no doubt toppling does not take place. Toppling does not takes place. What is the condition for the block to topple? About which point there is a possibility for the block to topple? Tell me. Because of this weight component, whenever the block try to slides down, immediately friction force acts in opposite direction. No? Frictional force acts in opposite direction. No doubt normal action acts upwards. No other external forces F is applied. Okay. Now, about which point there is a possibility for the block to topple? Leftmost bottom point. Very good. So about this point, there is a possibility for the block to topple. That point is say O. It is the center of mass or center of gravity, say C. Here, toppling is not taking place. Toppling not takes place. When toppling not takes place, in this case, is there any shift in the normal action or not? You tell me. If toppling does not take place here, no doubt if toppling takes place, normal action passing through this rightmost bottom edge, but toppling is not taken place. When toppling not takes place at the time, is the normal action shifts or not? You tell me. No. Suppose if action force do not apply on the body, when action force does not applied on a body, then normal action does not shift from through center of mass, does not shift. Initially it is passing through center of mass. When action force is not there, then the normal action always passing through center of mass only, weight also passing through center of mass only. But here the weight component acts as the action force on the block, and this weight component about this point O, it try to topple. No, the weight component try to topple. No, that's why definite, but it's not toppling, because this weight component is not sufficient to topple the block about this point, because about this point no torque due to friction. No torque due to friction. Torque due to this weight component mg cos theta is in clockwise direction. Torque due to weight component mg sin theta is in anti-clockwise direction. If mg cos theta greater than torque due to mg cos theta greater than mg sin theta, does not topple. When it is not toppling, in such case, definitely as this mg sin theta try to topple in this direction, definitely this normal action shift towards this one, because it is the external force. It is the external force. That's why normal action shifts through certain distance. Now it is the normal reaction. It is the normal reaction. Okay. Now, what is the shift in the normal reaction? That means x we have to find. X we have to find. Okay. This is say x. This is x. Okay. Now, no doubt perpendicular to the incline. Perpendicular to incline, along vertical, along perpendicular to incline, there is no motion. That's why definitely normal reaction is equal to mg cos theta, and it is not sliding. Block does not slides. Block does not slides. Does not slides. When block does not slides, then F is equal to mg sin theta also. But try to topple, but not toppling. In such case, shift in the normal reaction we have to find. Actually, when it is on the horizontal surface, normal action passing through this only, because in such case there is no mg sin theta. But when it is kept on the inclined plane, because of weight component, torque acts and try to rotate the block in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, due to this one, try to rotate in clockwise direction. That's why definitely there is a shift in the normal reaction. So what is the shift in the normal? What is the shift in the normal reaction? Okay, now how we can find? About C. Tell me about C. Apply the, because we are having information about F and we are having information about F. Okay, of course F is equal to mg sin theta, N is equal to mg cos theta. We know about C. Tell me, we have to find the shift now. So about C, you apply the torque concept. About C, torque due to weight component mg sin theta, mg cos theta both are 0 because they are passing through this point. Torque due to normal reaction turns the block in clockwise direction. Torque due to friction, try to turn the block in anti-clockwise direction. That's why torque due to normal reaction, torque due to normal reaction is equal to N into perpendicular distance of this normal reaction from this point, that is equal to x only, no? That is equal to x only. Okay, N into x. N into x only. About this point C, torque due to normal action is N into x is equal to torque due to friction, F into perpendicular distance of the friction from this point is equal to h by 2. That's why into h by 2. Therefore, x is equal to fh by 2 into n. That is equal to F means mg sin theta into h by 2 into normal action mg cos theta. That is equal to h tan theta by 2, no? X is equal to h tan theta by 2. X is equal to h tan theta by 2. From O, at what distance the normal action lies? That means this distance is how much? X dash. So x dash is equal to, you see, x we know, x dash means, yeah, this is equal to, suppose this length is equal to say L. This is L. Then it is L by 2. L by 2 minus x we can write now. L by 2 minus x we can write. So that is equal to L by 2 minus h, x means h tan theta by 2. That is equal to 1 by 2 we take common, then L minus h tan theta. This is the distance of the normal reaction from the bottom, right, this left bottommost point O, about which the block can topple. Okay, that is the case. Okay, now we had to do some problems related to toppling. Last year mains paper or today in this year mains paper? This year mains papers already I kept in WhatsApp group, no? This year mains papers I kept in the WhatsApp group. You need last year. This year papers already I kept in WhatsApp group. Yeah, block is in equilibrium because F is equal to H, no? F is equal to weight component mg sin theta is equal to F. That's why it is in equilibrium only. It does not move, slides. Even it is sliding, normal action will shift like this only. But this F is not equal to mg sin theta in that case. Toppling at O. Yeah, toppling at O. Whenever toppling takes place at O, about O, based on the given information, we can write. About O also we can write. About O. About O, how we can write? Tell me. About O, torque due to normal action is in anti-clockwise direction. Torque due to weight is in clockwise direction. Okay. So here, torque due to torque due to normal reaction. About what? Torque due to normal reaction means it is in anti-clockwise direction, that is equal to n into x dash. Torque due to normal action is equal to n into x dash. Torque due to normal action is equal to n into x dash. Okay, that is equal to torque due to weight. Torque due to this weight component we can write. Okay, torque due to this weight. Torque due to this weight means you say resolve this weight into components. So torque due to weight component and torque due to weight component. Torque due to this weight component is in clockwise direction only, no? Just like torque due to normal action, torque due to this weight component are in clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction. That's why plus you write mg sin theta into perpendicular distance is equal to h by 2. This is the clockwise anti-clockwise torque, that is equal to torque due to clockwise torque due to weight component in clockwise mg cos theta into h by 2. About this point, torque due to this weight component is mg cos theta into this perpendicular distance. Torque due to this weight component is mg sin theta into this perpendicular distance, that is h by 2. Here it is L by 2. Okay, if it is cube, it is a by 2, it is a by 2. Or suppose if you draw a perpendicular line onto this, if you know this length, of course this length is known, if you know this angle, then we can write this mg into perpendicular distance, we can write directly. You need not write these two components, directly we can do. Okay, Rakshit, stop your video. Yeah, here this weight is not passing through this point. No, weight is not passing through this point. That's why you can we have to find the torque due to weight. We have to find the torque due to weight. Okay, suppose it is turning like this, so that the torque weight is passing through the point about which body can be toppled, then definitely no torque due to weight. No torque due to weight. Okay, whenever it turning like this. Right now in our material, already some material problems also I discussed in the examples only, in note points only I discussed it. Based on the data, suppose there is a possibility to find the perpendicular distance of the weight from this point, then we need not divide into components. If there is no possibility to find, because this angle is not there, that's why we cannot find directly. That's why in such cases you resolve into components based on the given data. Okay, next you see the problems. mg cos theta into L by 2. Yeah, mg cos theta into L by 2. Yeah, L by 2, not h by 2, L by 2. mg sin theta into h by 2. Okay, right. Okay, now it is not mentioned cube. The base is L, height is h, that is given. It is not cube. Cube means both are equal, no? Today you have to do this 12th problem because cylinder is there. You see,